Birdie Fab. We got a 2020 Ford Edge. We are here for an oil change and take a look at the evap system. So I got it up on my ramps, which was a feat all by itself because I couldn't get no gription. But we've got this really soft skid plate here. So it's got a couple of these holding it on. I count 1, 2, 3 going down this side, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. It looks like there's supposed to be one here. This one's different than the rest. This one's broke off, so I guess we can just, torque them till they snap. This one's different, and I don't know if I got a T-bit that size. It's got these clips on here. I don't know how they work, but it doesn't matter because they're not pushed in anyways. So let's get y'all set up, and I'm gonna get the skid plate off first. That one's missing. Got it. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, what was it supposed to be? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 with 2 in the back. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1. That was a T-bit. 7 out of 12 ain't bad, y'all. This thing's probably gonna get blown away with the wind. Alright. Let's see what we're looking at. Probably backwards from what y'all are seeing, but Fomoco. We got our transmission. I'm guessing that's the Earl drain. You got the Pure CarQuest leak tested Earl filter. This should be it's pretty simple. Let me go grab my Earl catcher. We're just gonna get this loumped up. We're not gonna do like we did last time. We are gonna remove the plug from the bottom and the breather hole. Yeah, I'm just sitting these on the dirt because I don't care if this oil gets contaminated. Let's see. I had a 14. Couldn't find a 15 socket. So we're going with the wrench. Now, from the last couple attempts at Earl changes, they really like to torque down on these bad boys. Not too shabby on that one. Maybe a professional did that. I have one hand on the catcher because you never know how far it's gonna go. We're trying to beat the rain here, y'all. It's about 11:30. Rain's supposed to be here around 12. And 1, 2, 3. Nailed it. Don't get no better than that. I didn't even bother grabbing my strap wrench because I don't believe in them. So the book says the capacity of this is 5.7 quarts. And I was like, 5.7? That's a Chevrolet 350. I said, y'all got a 6-quart jug? And he's like, nope. So I got 5 Qs of this. I got the Mobil 1 filter. And y'all ain't gonna believe it. 1 quart of this. This is conventional motor oil. We're gonna use 0.7 quarts of that. This is the full synthetic high mileage emission system protection. So we're just doing all kinds of mix and match here. Mobil 1, Castrol, Fram, you know, just whatever you got laying around should work. If we want to go into vehicle reviews a little bit, the traction control definitely isn't even across both tires on this thing, because when I was pulling it up on the ramps, I was kind of going uphill with it so I could have a better vantage point in a dip in the driveway, and one tire just pulled the ramp underneath it, and when I got the driver's side up on the ramp where it needed to be, I got out and checked the passenger side, and just the front corner of that ramp was touching the ground. I figured that wasn't how it was designed to be used, so I had to back out, abandon hope on pulling uphill on it, spun the car around, went downhill, just kind of let the car fall in its place at that point. We are definitely able to add some oil to this filter here before we install it, because it's pretty much straight up and down right now. So while we're letting that last little bit get out of there, let's go do that. So it ain't necessarily necessary to do this, but I do know that my mom's 94 Chevy Suburban had a horizontally mounted oil filter, and my 91 Silverado had a vertically mounted one, and I could do this with mine, and when I crunk it up after an oil change, it didn't knock at all. There was no valve tap or anything. Like, it's, you know, already primed up and ready to go. Hers, on the other hand, would knock for a minute. Now, I'm not saying it did a lot of damage, but I'm saying we're going to take every precaution we can to get all our bearings lubed up. You know what I'm saying? So now while we're here, we're going to go ahead and Earl up this Earl ring right here. Get that O-ring good and saturated. What that does, it lets it glide onto the mountain surface to be able to have a good seal with it, instead of getting bound up on it and kinked up and been all out of shape. Alright, let's go back down to the bottom side. Alright, that seems like a slow enough drip for me. Go ahead and get this bad boy back on now. I didn't even check the torque specs. I mean, I ain't even bothering with it really. click. Wipe that off, that way we don't think it's leaking later, you know what I'm saying? Alright, we already got our pre-primed filter down here. We just got to get this old filter off. And I bet I'm finna get early. Uh-oh. I can't get my hand in there good. Yeah, I don't even think I own a strap wrench. I can't get my hand up in there, y'all. Don't forget to look at the gasket surface. Make sure that that O-ring stayed on that filter. There's no foreign debris or anything on there. I didn't even grab any rag towels or anything. Normally I'd wipe that off. Looks like we ain't gonna be able to do that today. Now I'm gonna put this one on left-handed, because this is my dry hand right now. Might attempt to anyways. There we go. It bit. Alright, I'm gonna go get the Earl off my hand so I can give that a good hunkering down. Alright, we back. Clean hands. Should be enough. Did we remember to tighten this? Yep. Alright, we're going to leave the skid plate off. We're going to top it off with the 5.7 quarts. And then we will start her up, check for any leaks. Going back up top. I like to take me a rag and clean my funnel out. So ain't no telling, you know, what could have settled down in there. Dust or whatever. Make sure it's all good to go. So another thing I like to do is make sure we drain the oil, because not me, of course not me, but I might know somebody that their transmission drain and their crankcase drain plug was right next to each other, and they drained their transmission instead of the oil. So yeah, we dry. Right here is the oil filler, little half turn, Puma Flossie there. Perfect. Alright, 5.7 with the filter change. Now if you pour this too fast, you'll outrun the oil going down back into the crankcase, and you'll flood your valve cover or your camshaft cover. It'll bubble out the top, and then you're going to be dealing with smoke for a little while, so don't rush it. Don't rush things. Alright, there's 5 of the full synthetic Castrol GTX. Or throw that Fram in there. Let's just see where we at. I mean, it looked full. It looked over full, really. Maybe we'll start with half. Crank it up, let it run for a minute, shut her down, let it all sink to the bottom, check it again. That sounds like a good plan to me. Yep. I don't know why they thought 0.7 would be a good number. You know, 0.75 maybe. 0.5 maybe. I mean, just 5. I'm trying to save the planet here, not use more, not consume more oil. Alright, there's half. We're going to check out some of this evap system for a minute while we let all this chill out and settle for a minute. Alright, we got no oil light. Oil change required. Yeah, I'll figure out how to reset that in a minute. Alright, let's check for leaks. Looks good to me, y'all. The one that was not like the others has got a lock washer on. That's cool. At least somebody was thinking a little bit, I guess. Just gonna get a couple of these hand started. And then go in with the Ugga Dugga. Now this one back here goes through the main one and then another one that's behind it. So make sure you thread it back between the two. Yeah, we almost done. I'm thinking just one chug with it. Alright, now we're missing one. Pittsburgh for the win on the oddball T-bolt. T-bit bolt. Alright, we ain't gonna worry about them because they wasn't in there to begin with, and I mean, this ain't doing much no ways, y'all. Stick a fork in it, we're done.